Let's look first at the maximum acoustic pressure. So it looks like this. And now you see the acoustic pressure building up into your transducer. And if you want to limit the user range defined data, for example, and see a bit more what is happening in the water, you can like that. You can change the range. Okay, let's reset the viewport and let's look at the admittance. So right now, by default, the charge at the boundary of the PZT is automatically calculated as a time history curve. So this is it. And to get the admittance, so calculated in frequency domain, you have to click here. So first, let's select real imaginary type of admittance. Click once on admittance and this will appear here. To look at it, let's first reset the viewport and double click on it. And now we're able to view the admittance. And in fact, only what appears in this area is actually important to us. All that is just noise because we are only looking at this part of the frequency spectrum. So we see that we have some kind of peak here at around 100 at around 1 gigahertz, right? So because our exciting input was at 1 gigahertz, so it's like, yeah, it's around this area. Okay, so let's use another tool called the extrapolation tool, which will allow us to have more interesting results, including the directivity obtained by doing a radial plot and the transmit sensitivity, or TVR. So to obtain those results, let's open the extrapolation toolkit here. So it appears here. I don't know why. Okay, this is it. And the first thing to do is to open my extrapolation file. So this is a file called with the extension FLX ext. So open this one. So it asks if you want to load it. Yes. And you see that I have my transducer in it with the different materials. And I want to calculate first the radial plot, which is, so for that, to calculate this radial plot, so it's also called it's also called directivity. So to calculate that, I have to fill those values. So, and be careful because those values have to be filled in meter unit, even if your model was defined in millimeter. So let's start by defining the origin of the calculation of the extrapolation. So, and in meter units, so I have to add a power -3. The radius will be 1. So you see it starts to create some radius. I want in the y direction, because this transducer will fire in y direction. I want an angle of 180 degrees, and I want to calculate 180 points. And then the drive frequency will be in 1 gigahertz, like that. So once you input all this, click on Start to calculate my directivity plot. And I got it here. So this is my directivity calculated for this transducer. So it's an extrapolation actually, because I didn't simulate all this area, but I'm able to extrapolate this field. Now let's look at the TVR. So to calculate the TVR, first use, let's say, user define. So I'm able to set up the origin, and let's use the same origin, 7.634 in meter unit as well. Propagation y direction. Okay, start. And this is it. So this is the TVR response at the point that I chose And this is it for this tutorial. So I hope this was useful for you, and that you will download OnScale to try by yourself. This tutorial is actually available on the website, step by step, so you have all details written for you. So thank you very much for watching, and see you in one of the next videos that I'll make.